What's going on, guys? This is Sam, and today I want to show you what's new inside of iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3. It was about 130 megabytes on my iPhone 10. Apple released this to developers earlier today, and if you're a public beta tester, you will likely see the update very soon after this video goes live on YouTube. So far, iOS 11.2.5 has been a really interesting update. Because Apple skipped a few versions, we have not seen iOS 11.2 through iOS 11.4 yet, and iOS 11.2.5 sort of came out of nowhere as far as the beta release goes. Apple still has not told us why they skipped all those versions. We don't know if this is a placeholder or if Apple is planning to ship a firmware called iOS 11.2.5 somewhere near the beginning of 2018. So we're on iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3 now. When this ships for everyone, it's going to be a very small update. I actually checked on the release notes in between Beta 2 and between Beta 3 for iOS 11.2.5. Nothing has changed that Apple has at least confirmed. The release notes are 100% identical besides the version number changing from Beta 2 to Beta 3, and I've looked around and have not been able to find any big changes, no new wallpapers. We still have not gotten updated ringtones for iOS 11. However, recently there has been a new change discovered that I did not know about before, and I want to show you that right now. It's actually pretty cool. It allows you to ask Siri to read you the news. So you can go, "Hey Siri, tell me the news."
Here's the latest news from CNN.
And then she's going to select news from one of your selected favorite news sources, but you can also switch to a number of other sources. I have it set to CNN right now, but you can also do the Washington Post, Fox News, and I believe NPR, and maybe one other. So I can say, switch to Fox News. And Siri will say, news is now tuned to Fox News. Switch to the Washington Post. And Siri will now, of course, read the news from the Washington Post. This feature is going to be pretty handy if your phone is ever just sitting somewhere and you want to listen to the news. I have it turned down just so I don't get any copyright strikes from stealing their content. But there's definitely some substance to this feature. I feel like it's something that a lot of people weren't asking for, but that Apple gave us anyway. So I'm glad to see some big new feature headlining alongside iOS 11.2.5. But there's also a lot of other issues with iOS 11 that I hope Apple continues to address. Now, when I first started running this on my iPhone 10, I thought the performance was a little bit laggy. I ran a Geekbench benchmark test, and it was decently lower than previous betas. I got 4186 for the single core and under 10,000 for the first time in a long time for the multi-core score. But since I've started using it, it definitely feels a lot more smooth. I was seeing some frames drop at the very beginning, but it feels a lot better after a few minutes of usage. Battery life on iOS 11.2.5 for me is also continued to be pretty good. I have an iPhone 10, so it's got the largest battery in an iPhone to date, so it's good in general, but I haven't noticed anything to make me say that the battery life is either noticeably worse or noticeably better. It feels about the same as iOS 11.2 for me. As of right now, that is everything you should know about iOS 11.2.5 Beta 3. If you enjoyed watching this video, it does help me out if you take just 1 second to drop a like down below, and of course, hit subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can go over to iupdateos.com/merch. That link is down below. You can use code BETA for 10% off your order, and if you bought a t-shirt or hoodie, that would really help me out. I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I'll talk to you in my next video.